Hey there, it's Gino Robair from Electronic Musician Magazine, and I just completed a drum mic roundup for the September 2013 issue. This is one of the mic packs I used. It's the PGDMK6 from Shure. The DMK stands for Drum Mic Kit, and the 6, of course, means there's 6 transducers and there's 6 microphones designed for drums. And we're going to see how they are. But what's interesting about this pack is that not only does it include the microphones, they even throw in some cables. You got 6 cables in here, so you're ready to go as soon as you get this thing. This kit streets for $3.99. It includes 3 of their tom and snare mics, the PG56, along with these drum clamps, which we'll look at shortly, attached to a drum. They also include a PG52 bass drum mic, which we'll just put on a bass drum mic stand or any kind of low boom stand in position in front of the head or inside the kick. And you get a pair, for overheads, you get a pair of the PG81s. And what's interesting about these condenser mics is that they are electret. They can operate from a battery, and they include a battery, or you can phantom power them. You get the better response from them when you phantom power them. You get the best frequency response, the best transient response, that sort of thing. But if you're in a pinch and you've run out of input channels that have phantom power in a mixer, for example, then you can simply put the battery in and flip the switch here, and they work just fine. What's interesting about this kit is, of course, you have a dedicated bass drum mic that is tuned for low frequencies, and this one, in fact, pulls out a lot of lows. But you get a really nice 3-dimensional sound from it, and when I had it positioned outside the kit, I could actually hear drum tone, the shell tone from the bass drum. It's quite nice, but a good sort of subwoofer moving low end from it. These tom mics are really nice. They have a beefy, punchy sound, and they work great on the snare and on the floor tom, so you can use them all around and not have any worries about it. The 81s sounded great as overheads. They didn't overwhelm the mix with cymbals, and they weren't crunchy in any way. But again, like I said earlier, you get the best performance in terms of its frequency response and its transient response when you do the phantom powering. And in that case, it sounded their best. And I had no problem positioning them and getting a great blend that mixed in well with the close mics. The drum clamps for the toms and the snare of the PGDMK6 kit are sort of a rubberized plastic material. You simply stretch them over the rim like so, and they're very secure, and then you can attach your mic very easily. It's got a special sort of insert inside there that fits this screw, and then we can put it at a height that makes sense, aim it how it makes sense like that, so we can either get a little bit more proximity effect by having it close or position it back a little bit, but depending on where you place it, you can get it out of the way of the drummer so he or she doesn't hit it with a stick. And then when you're done, it's very simple to take off. You just simply grab the end, pull it apart, and it comes back. It comes right off the rim. You can put it on the rim, of course, with the microphone attached if you like. I don't like to do that because in case I drop this, I don't want to drop the mic as well. So typically I'll put these on and then attach the microphone. But it's super easy to position. Also at the $3.99 street price point, Shure offers the DMK57-52, which, as you can see, contains SM57 microphones, as well as a Beta 52A for the kick. The SM57, of course, is probably the most used microphone, dynamic microphone on drums around the world, and some people just really love that sound. I like the sound quite a bit on snare. This kit provides 3 of those SM57s as well as that Beta 52A, which has a really hot output, sounds fantastic. Let's have a look inside this kit real quick. All right, check this out. We've got our lovely brand new SM57s, solid black, heavy duty mic clip. You got 3 of those. And most importantly, you have these drum mounts that are solid metal, heavy duty. These things are not going to break. They do take up a little space in here, tiniest little bit, and they're a little heavy, but not too heavy. And of course you have this beautiful Beta 52A large element dynamic microphone for the kick, which sounds absolutely fantastic, has a hot output. One of my favorite bass drum mics. Of course, you can also use it on bass cabinets. Anything that has low end, it's going to make it sound really good. Whether you're doing it for studio recording or for on stage, or if you're recording on stage, sounds fantastic. It's got a positional capsule like that, so you can really get it in there tightly. And solid metal housing. Have a quick peek inside. There's your element. Unlike the PG kit that has all the PG microphones, this does not come with mic cables or a pair of condenser mics for overhead. So this is more of a close mic only setup for the same price, but this is I would say that these connectors and these bits here are a little sturdier. Not that those wouldn't last, but these are just a tiny bit sturdier, more solid. That's kind of what you're paying for. A slightly different sound overall in terms of how these SM57s pick up compared to the PG series small element dynamics. Here's how we attach the drum clamp from the DMK57-52. This one's a metal clamp. It does not stretch like the plastic one of the PG series. So typically you would use these to hold on to the upper and lower part of the rim. So I've already spaced this a little bit so I kind of know the size of it. I'm going to attach it, screw it down a little bit. There it's attached. I can make it so it's nice and solid. This little piece comes in and out, and you can position the mic in terms of its height with this, and then you simply place the mic in there, and you can position it high or low, pointing towards the center, pointing towards the end, and if you want to raise it up, you can raise that. You can position this a little bit as well, and you're good to go. And again, you can keep it out of the way of the drummer so it doesn't get hit with a drumstick or fall off. And when you're done, it's very simple to remove. You just turn that a little bit, and off it goes. So you can pack up very quickly, but you don't have to worry about these falling off because you've got a very strong metal on metal contact. It's also very quiet. Once it's down tightly, you're not going to hear it rattling or anything like that. It's not going to just fall off or break. For more information about both of these Shure drum mic packs and other drum mic packs, check out the September 2013 issue of Electronic Musician magazine, where I have my roundup. Thank you for checking in, and we'll see you again shortly.